Okay, here we are. I already started. I have scanned my family photos and I put each one on a separate layer. And for today's tutorial, what I want to go over is how to use a quick mask in assembling your family portrait collage. So here we go. If you look at the layers, one thing I want to point attention to is that they are named. This really helps when you want to quickly locate a layer that you're working on. Another good keyboard shortcut to know is if you hover over the image and you hold down the Command key as you click on it and look at what happens on the layer panel. I'll do it again. You're able to go right to that layer. So it's the Command key next to the space bar and then click. Okay, so using masks is a non-destructive way of creating a collage in Photoshop. So we practiced with the selection tools on the face assignment, but that was a destructive technique where we copy and pasted, but in the case of the scan, you were trying to get the whole object. In this case, we may not want to use the whole photo. For example, this image has a really big white frame here, and so what I'd like to do first is to select that and then mask it off. So here we go. Let's go to this layer. I'll hold the Command key down and click on it, and then let's see, I think the magic wand tool might be the best, or maybe the quick selection tool. So you have to make sure you're on the right layer. And then the other thing you want to do is zoom in. So whoops, up. It's a lot easier to work when you can see what you're doing. And here we go. So let's just select across and then down. There we go. So now if I click on the bottom of my layer panel, there, you now hover over it, it tells you, it says add layer mask. So let's see what happens if I click on this. Alright, we got the opposite of what I wanted. So let's undo that, and what should I do? I think I need to invert this selection because right now it's selecting the frame and not the photo. So let's go up to select, inverse. It's not looking exactly what I want, but let's just see what happens again. Quick mask. It did. Oh, okay. I was misreading the lines. Now, I can see that I didn't get everything. You see the little residue left over here? So rather than using an eraser tool, what we want to do is, see, there's the mask right here. It's selected. What I want to do is use black paint to mask out the residue of my selection. So let's go over to the paintbrush and let's select black. Make sure up top everything is like normal. Opacity is 100%, the flow. And I think it's okay if we have a soft brush. So let's also bracket keys, remember the right bracket key makes your paintbrush larger, left smaller. So let me click and paint this out with the black mask. So I'm just adding to the mask. And if you look at the layer panel, it's very tiny, but you will be able to see that I added to the mask for this image. The next thing I notice, I think I took off a little bit on the side here. So if I reverse, if I reverse my black and white, I can choose white and then go make myself a really small brush and just take away some of the mask so I can bring back the background on this photo. That's the beauty of using a mask, is that if you make a mistake or you change your mind, you can go back. So again, now I've got a little white there, so I'm going to go back to black and just trim it a little bit here. And there we go. Okay, so now what I want to do is take a look at these other photographs and see what I want to mask, what I want to keep, and what I want to mask away. So V key for the move tool. Let me show you one that I already did. And again, sort of demonstrate how if you make a mistake or you change your mind, you can easily use the masking tool to fix it. So right here by the little dress, some of the background wasn't masked. So let me bring this layer to the top. Okay, and then let's make sure I'm on the mask. See how there are two thumbnails in this layer, and this one has a dark edge around it. If I click on the mask, it has a white edge around it. That's how I know I'm on the mask. And so I need to be on the mask in order to use this technique with the paintbrush, and then make sure that your color selected is black, and then make sure you have the right size paintbrush, and now we can just paint this away, mask this away. There. Okay. Other things you can do with the mask, you could actually blur. If I wanted a soft edge around this picture, I can, let's move this in the middle here, go over, make sure I'm on the mask, and go over to filter, and then choose blur. Maybe I'll try the Gaussian blur, because it allows me to choose different degrees of pixels. So right now it's only blurring 1 pixel. If I bring it all the way to the middle, you see how the edges start to disappear, has a ghosty effect. But if I kind of bring this back to the left, see, it just gives it a soft edge with the blur. And then you can preview that to see if that's what you want. I think I might bring it down a little even more, so it's at 4.4, and you could use the arrow key to incrementally decrease. So maybe I just want 3. Now, can I tell? Oh, a very slight difference. Gives it a softness around it. Alright, so click OK. So that's how you use a layer mask.